Hope you guys are having a good day. I I'm in Kentucky now, so I'm kind of set up a little bit different from the way I normally am. But I'll give you guys a chance to kind of get comfortable in the chat, and we'll get started in 1 second here. So I'm also. Shout out your city, shout out your city, shout out your city. Welcome to Dr. Boyce TV, the home for intelligent Black people. We're going to get started in 1 second. You can vibe, dig the music for a minute, and we're going to break this stuff down real quick. We're going to talk about Antonio Brown today. Hello to everybody on the African History Network. Let me know what city you're coming from, and I'm going to let the tribe know that we're going live. Just give me 1 second. Hey, what's up, guys? I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World, the Black Business School. Let's see. I see Daryl Max says, "Hey, Doc, talk to us." Yes, I will talk to you. Give me 1 second. I like to play the music so we can kind of chill out and relax a little bit before we get started. And also, I want to say hello to let's see, Dossie in Phoenix, Lawrence from York, Pius says, "Cali love." Renee, I love you too. Renee, San Diego. Hey, Bishop Watkins, you're too funny. Berdina from Philly. Let's see. Chris was. Let's see. Chris Rose. Rose. I don't know. Oh, Chris Rose. Okay, nice to see you, brother. Do you work out to this music? No, I do not. I work out to. I listen to Nipsey Hussle and T.I. and E40 and a lot of other stuff. But the thing about it though is that when it comes to my music, I'm very, very picky with hip hop music. I don't know if anybody else is like this, but even with my favorite artists, I only like maybe 2 or 3 songs from them. Like, right, the only exception is T.I. T.I. probably like about 8 of his songs. E40, I probably like about 4 or 5 of his. So I'm real picky. I'm picky as hell. I don't know where it came from, but and in fact, actually, speaking of working out, I'm actually going to make this relatively quick because I'm going to go to the gym tonight. You guys know I'm training for this marathon next month, and I'm very nervous about it. But I'm gonna go out there and do the damn thing because I'd rather be in a little bit of discomfort today than to be out of shape and fat and end up dying young and shit. Because that's what happens to all those black men. Y'all know how it is. All right, so anyway, let's see. Lupe Fiasco is good as well. Yes, he is. Oakland, California, Virginia. Good evening, Las Vegas, Nevada, Boston, Washington State, Kennesaw, Georgia, Baltimore, Maryland, Dallas. Okay, I see a whole lot of y'all from all over the place. And don't forget, All Black National Conventions in Houston the weekend of September 27th. Willie D from the Ghetto Boys is coming through, along with D1, as well as Dr. George C. Frazier, Dr. Ron Daniels, Vicky Dillard, a bunch of other people. There's a lot of names. Nomalanga Mushali Moses, Nicole Price, who's a leadership expert, Sharif Abdul Malik. We have tons of people coming through. So if you want to know more, go to allblacknationalconvention.com. That's allblacknationalconvention.com. It was a party bus from Compton. I got to say that every time I hear Compton. All right, so here we go. All right, so basically, I've been really intrigued and following the case of Antonio Brown. Now, of course, you know, with this being the first day that he's back on the field and playing for the Patriots, you know how the media works, right? The media is going to not talk anything about football. They're going to talk about, well, this Negro's a rapist. This Negro probably raped somebody. And I'm not saying that he didn't, because Antonio, we know he's a straight knucklehead. I ain't even gonna take that away from him. He's earned those knucklehead privileges in terms of really earning his status as probably the biggest knucklehead in all the sports right now. However, there's a big difference between a knucklehead and a rapist. And what I encourage you to always remember is that there is a 400-year history of America painting the black man as a rapist. Just make sure we never forget that black men, thousands of black men have been killed for, touching a woman's butt, or, being accused of something they did not do. So it does not mean that there aren't real rapists out here. It doesn't mean that we don't hold people accountable. It just means that it's easy to accuse black men of being, sexual predators, because that's the image they portray in the media. Now, let's see. Leslie Lilly says, what has he done to be a knucklehead? Go read the receipts. Just go read that motherfucking story. This dude is out of control. He's out of pocket. I'm sorry. I wouldn't want to play with him. I wouldn't want to coach him. I think he thinks too much of himself. I'm gonna just throw that out there. So don't think I'm not an Antonio Brown super fan. However, I am a fan of his talent, and I am a fan of fairness. And so out of fairness, I'm going to say that I think that this whole situation that he's under right now is a little bit of a problem for a couple of reasons. So let me dig into this. Okay, so ESPN is reporting. Of course, they're not talking about the fact that he had a good game today. I believe the Patriots won. I know he scored it. He had a great touchdown catch, for it looked like 30, 40 yards. I didn't get to see the whole game. And he's a great receiver. He's a great player. And so they didn't talk about that, of course. They sort of say, well, Antonio Brown returns to the field in the midst of rape allegations. Antonio Brown did something amazing today, but he might be a rapist, right? And so so anyway, one of the things they're reporting is that the Steelers really do need him, man. The Steelers suck. Oh wow, it's terrible to watch the Steelers. But so what I read today from ESPN is that they said that Antonio Brown declined to sign a $2 million agreement with Brittany Taylor to settle sexual assault allegations made by the wide receiver's former trainer, according to ESPN. Brown had a deadline last Sunday night to sign the settlement agreement before Taylor's attorneys sought to file their civil lawsuit against him. After Brown didn't sign off on the settlement, the suit was filed Tuesday. So basically, they knew they had him hemmed up. Remember now, let's just talk about this. Let me brief you guys on this. These alleged incidents all took place allegedly in 2017, 2018. At the time of the alleged incident, there was no police report filed ever, not once, right? At the time of the alleged incident, there was no civil suit filed ever once. There was no push to do anything until 2019, from what I understand. And it just so happened that that's the time where Brittany Taylor and her attorneys could get, max dollar value out of him, right? And that's, that's the dynamic I'm seeing here, is that somebody saw Antonio Brown in public acting like a knucklehead. I'm just telling you, I'm sorry, y'all think I'm black and white. I'm not black and white. I see all the fucking shades of gray. I'm not going to sit around here. I'm not going to vilify this guy, but I'm not going to be a super fan. I don't do that shit. I'm not. If you want that if you want that first grader analysis, then go over to the root some damn where they see the world in all kinds of black and white. I don't do that, right? I believe that everything is nuanced. So Antonio Brown was clowning and really, really doing things that bothered me in terms of how I felt like he betrayed the black coach over the Steelers. I feel like he betrayed the trust of the Raiders. Also, he could get to the Patriots. But at the same time, he just kind of embarrassed himself. I saw a lot of black NFL players who were very upset. Jerry Rice was saying that, he said, man, this guy called me and I believed him. He's a fellow wide receiver, and he said he wanted to go play in the Bay. And I told him I'd make a couple calls and help him out. And then it turns out that it was all a lie. Like he was just playing with my head. I don't respect that. I believe that a person should have integrity. Like you say, you want to do something, like you should follow through. But then again, not everybody operates on a code anymore. People just do whatever the fuck they want. It's fine. But here's the thing. With Antonio Brown, this lawsuit is a problem for me for a few reasons. When you say to somebody, you have until Sunday, we need 2 million by Sunday, or we're going to file and it's going to look really bad for you. If we're going to make this public, we're going to tell the world what you're being accused of. And we know you're a Negro. You're a Negro. And we know that they're going to believe whatever the fuck we say. So you got till Sunday at midnight to deliver that $2 million. What does that sound like to you guys? I'm going to give you 10 seconds to tell me what that sounds like. Come on, somebody tell me, somebody answer. Lawrence, ding, 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 ding. Lawrence, you are the smartest motherfucker in the group. Lawrence, I'm going to cheer for you right now. Slow clap for Lawrence. Slow clap for Lawrence. It just so happens Antonio Brown is a black male, which makes him easy to blackmail. Do you get what I'm saying? That sounds like blackmail. That sounds very extortive to me. If you don't pay us our money, we're gonna go public with our accusations. Are no proof. It'd be different if they said we got a smoking gun, we got videotape, we got police reports, we got all kinds of stuff. No proof. So I'm blackmailing you with an accusation. That's how tough it is for brothers out here. That's why I tell brothers you got to be careful out here. This sounds to me like it could be a money grab. Here's the deal. Here's another point that just bothers me. So you say all these things happen to you, but yet you keep going to his fucking house. Like he reveals, when like Maya Angelou said, when somebody tells you who they are, you got to listen. So he has shown you repeatedly who he is. You went to his house. He allegedly kissed you without your permission. Then you go to his house again, and he does something. What else did he do? Did he grab my ass? I know he did the whole thing where he busted on the back or something, which was just crazy, right? But there was another one. And I'm not. I just whatever, man. Whatever people do when they bid on, that's what they do. But you went back to him 3 separate times after he allegedly violated you, and you expect to be seen as if you are just some innocent victim off the street where this could have happened to anybody. The reality is that this couldn't have happened to anybody because most people would have stopped going to his house after the first time he tried to kiss them. And the reality also is that a man reaching over for a kiss because he thinks that it's time to make his move, that is not rape. That is not sexual assault. That is a dude who didn't read the signals right, who thought he had a shot, but realized he didn't have a shot. And that's when you push him away and say, no, I'm not interested. And he goes off and he leaves you alone, right? And if he don't leave you alone, then you threaten and say, I'm going to call the police if you keep messing with me, or you better get away from me, right? I had a woman that really liked me once, and she liked me a lot. She would send me, I didn't even know this lady. This lady would send me naked pictures and try to call my phone. And I didn't even know this lady. Literally, I'm not kidding. This is how I learned more about how many crazy people there are in this world. This lady, she would come to some of my stuff, and she was like a super fan. And it's fine. I don't care about that. Like, that's great. I appreciate that, right? I'm honored, right? I'm flattered. But she would always show up at my events. And I would always be nice to her. When I saw her, I'd give her a hug. I'd say, oh, hey, good to see you again. I did not realize that she was like a little bit off. And so this lady starts sending me like these crazy love notes. And somehow she got my number and she's texting me these really exotic, like very visual sexual messages about what we did in the kitchen and all this other stuff. And then starts sending me these naked pictures. And eventually I'm like, I didn't say, oh, I'm going to sue you for $2 million. I'll see you in court, madam, because you, ma'am, are a rapist. You, ma'am, have assaulted me. I didn't say I'm going to send the cops to your house to lock you up. I just let her know if this continues, I'm going to have to file a restraining order against you because she lived in the same city as me. And so I think that we've got to really start at least processing what activities represent a real threat versus what activities are just offensive, right? It's just really, everything ain't rape. Everything ain't rape. And so, so in this particular case, the fact that she jumped straight to the money, jumped straight to the civil suit, and didn't file any criminal charges, didn't seek any real justice in terms of having him incarcerated for what he did, but jumped straight to the money and was like, look, you pay me and we good. Well, that sounds like a gold digger move. Like, what do gold diggers do? Gold diggers are like, look, you can do whatever you want to me, just pay me. Like whatever you do. So you're saying like whatever you did to me, just pay me and it's good. Whatever you did, you pay me and I'll forget about it. You pay me, I won't tell nobody. You pay me, I'll act like it never happened. But you don't pay me, then motherfucker, you're gonna have all hell to pay. I'm gonna ruin everything. I'm gonna ruin your reputation. So the only thing worse than somebody who will commit blackmail or extortion is probably a gold digger who commits blackmail and extortion, but they're kind of connected hand in hand, right? So like that's like the second or third weapon of the gold digger is if I can't get your money straight up, then I'm going to get your money by taking something that you did and misconstruing it and using your reputation against you, the fact that you're a black male against you, and just accuse you of something. And next thing you know, I'm gonna be paid. You're gonna be in the poorhouse. That's why I tell brothers, be very, very careful with who you spend your time with and how you conduct yourself. Like Cuba Gooding Jr. got drunk, grabbed a white lady's breast or something, and then don't tell me he ain't gonna be paying big time. He's gonna pay millions because apparently a white lady's titty's worth millions of dollars. You touch a titty once, you pay millions. I've been touched inappropriately. I didn't get paid. I wish I'd known. I wish I'd known I could have got millions of dollars, right? Who's another one? Bill Cosby touched a lady's titty. She got $3 million and sent him to jail. And so basically, I would just say to men, you got to be extremely careful. Again, I stand by my point that Antonio Brown has not conducted himself in an honorable way just as a human being. I think that he needs mentorship. I think he needs his father. And I've talked to you guys about that. He has a baby boy problem. He was raised by a stepfather. His own stepfather said that he's been out of control since he was 12. He's a damn fool. He punched me in the face. Also, and it led me to explain to you mothers, like if you have sons and they become masculine when they hit the age of 12 or 13, you're going to have to be really cautious about the relationship between your boyfriend and your son, because there's something about high testosterone males sharing the same space that leads them to get into conflict. And it's just like the animal kingdom, just like gorillas, like adult male gorillas don't really want to be kicking in the same space. They fight over women, they fight over food, they fight over territory. It is what it is, right? So Antonio Brown grew up in a baby boy kind of environment. His mother had to put him out just like baby boy because she wanted to preserve the relationship with her husband. But even then, the relationship was still bad and it got messy. And the whole time I kept asking, where is his father? Where is Eddie Brown, Antonio Brown's father? Because for a lot of these young guys, the only man that can control them is their dad. A stepdad can't do it, especially talking about a guy like an Antonio Brown who is physically imposing, very, very strong, very, very athletic. He's not going to respect a lot of men except maybe his father, because you got the genetic connection as well as the fact that his father is physically strong too, right? So that's just what it is. That's the reality, and people don't talk about this. You're not pointing out that this is a black woman doing this to a black man. Yeah, so it is a black woman, but I mean, gold diggers come in all shapes and sizes and ethnicities. So I'm not saying she is a gold digger for sure. I'm saying she looks like one. I'm saying that when you tell somebody, if you don't pay me $2 million, I'm going to go tell everybody what you did. That's a problem, because, if you want to look like you actually are righteous in what you're doing, then you'll just go tell everybody what they did, or you'll go to the police, you'll tell the police what they did. And then if it gets out to everybody, it gets out to everybody, but you'll be looking for justice before you start looking for money, right? There's 3 levels to this thing, right? There is justice, like you did something wrong to me and I want you to go to jail, even if nobody else knows. Then there is so there's justice. Then there is reputation. Not only do I want you to go to jail, but I want everybody to know what you did so that you don't have a good reputation, so that whatever you got going on is messed up. That's more on the vengeance side. That's like, I want to make you pay publicly, a public price beyond the legal penalty for what you did. And then there's the financial shame, the financial attack, right? So it's 3 levels of reaction that can really seep into the range of being vengeful, right? There is, I want you to pay your debt to society. I want you to be ruined in the eyes of the public. And then I want to destroy all of your financial resources you've gained up until this point. So it's like, I want to destroy you. I want to destroy your present, your future, and your past. I want everything you've earned in the past. I want a big chunk of that. Everything you might earn in the future, I'm gonna destroy your reputation, so you'll never get bread again, you'll never make money again. And then I'm gonna destroy your present by taking away your freedom right now today, right? And so what's fascinating is that she skipped step 1 and went to step 2 and 3, right? And in fact, she skipped step 1, jumped to step 3, and then when step 3 did not work, she went to step 2. What do I mean by that? I mean that, instead of doing all 3, right? I'm going to get you locked up. I'm going to tell everybody, and I'm going to take your bread. At the end of the day, she jumped right to the bread. She jumped right to the money. She said, I want your money. And if you give me your money, then I'll make sure that nobody knows what happened to you. I'll make sure that you don't go to jail, right? Because you give me the money, then the money it's going to make it okay, right? But, but unfortunately for her, that makes her look like a gold digger, and it makes her look like an extortionist, or like she's blackmailing him. And I think Antonio Brown probably gave them the middle finger and said, you're not doing this. You're not going to blackmail me. I'm not going to give you $2 million just because you have a story. And honestly, I think, I don't know. Tell me yes or no. I like a yes or no. How many of you would have told her to go to hell if she told you, I'm going to go public with this story, and if you don't pay me $2 million, then I'm going to tell everybody. How many of you, give me a yes if you would have told her to go to hell? How many of you would have paid her to be quiet? Yes or no? In fact, let's make the assumption that nothing can be proven. I'm not going to say that it's not true, because we don't know what's true and what's not true. We just know what can be proven and what can't be proven. None of this can be proven. Okay, I see a lot of people saying yes to go to hell. Yeah, I mean, and I think that's the problem, right? And I think that's what separates this situation from more egregious situations. I believe this is also why the NFL did not put Antonio Brown on the commissioner's exempt list like they could have. They could have took his ass off the field right now. But the big issue was, they said, well, she never filed a criminal charges. She doesn't want him to actually, go to jail for this. She just wants that money, right? That's the first thing. Second of all, they said, well, there's no proof. Like, there's no proof. And I commend them for that, because I know everybody wants to act like black men don't deserve the same rights as everybody else. But, the fact of the matter is that you can't destroy people without evidence. You can't take their money without evidence. You can't put them in jail without evidence. But for some reason, when it comes to the blackmail, people break those rules all the time, and nobody calls them out on their bullshit. Well, this is a place where I'm going to do that. I want to go against that grain, because mainstream media is ridiculous, and in the way that they'll act like an accusation is the same as truth. Accusations are just accusations. I see Vanessa Jones in here. Vanessa Jones came to my house and she stole my shoes and peed on my dog. But Vanessa, you are just a dirty ass woman. In fact, if you don't pay me $1 million by tomorrow, I'm going to tell everybody about the rest of the shit that you did when you came by my house, Miss Jones. So Vanessa, you need to watch your back, girl. Pay me my money. I'm gonna give you my Cash App, and I need you to Cash App me $1 million. Because if you don't Cash App me $1 million, I'm gonna go tell everybody what you did when nobody was looking, and I don't need any proof, because I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins, and what I say is gonna just be believed just because I said it. Come on, man. It's like, seriously, if you fall for that, then you stupid. Seriously, you stupid. So, Vanessa Jones said I needed the shoes and had to use the bathroom. That ain't no excuse. That ain't no excuse. Yo, nasty motherfucker. I'm playing. Vanessa is wonderful, and I love you, Vanessa, and I appreciate you very, very much. And so anyway, I'm going to go, guys. Hit the thumbs up button. Please hit the thumbs up button. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that notification bell if you want to be notified every time I go live. If you haven't hit the bell right now, because that's the way you'll get notified every time I go live. So I'll try not to bother you too much unless you want me to, and I'll answer your questions. And I have a bunch of your questions that you left me in voicemail. I'm just with my family this weekend, and so I haven't had as much time to do as much as I normally do. But if you hit the notification bell, you'll be notified every time I go live. So make sure you do that. Also, if you're on Facebook, please share this to your page. I'd appreciate that. Please hit the thumbs up button. Also, last but not least, All Black National Convention happens September 27th that weekend. Go to allblacknationalconvention.com. That's allblacknationalconvention.com. I'll be in New York doing a day-long investing seminar. I promise you will love it. I guarantee you that if you don't love it, we will give you every penny back, plus a free book if you don't love it. So if you want to come to New York to our day-long investing seminar, which everybody loves, it'll change your life, be better than any college class you ever took. Go to drboycenewyork.com. That's drboycenewyork.com. It is worth flying into the city, because it will change your life, and I will give you a platform and space where you will be able to not just make connections that will benefit you forever, because the people that come to these events are really extraordinary Black people, but also you'll have a blueprint on how you can teach your children in a specific way so they can become the wealth builders of the future for your family. So just go check it out. I think you're going to love it. It's drboycenewyork.com. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Take care. Have a good day. And if you can't come to New York, don't forget, we always have the Black Business School, theblackbusinessschool.com. We have wealth specialists waiting to talk to you right now. Jessica and Chanel and Brian and great people right there ready to talk to you. They can video chat with you. They can phone chat with you. They can email chat with you, whatever you want to do, and talk to you about your goals and dreams and what you'd like to accomplish. And best of all, you can actually actually sign up and get started for free. So take care, guys. I'm out of here. Have a good day. I love you, and thank you for putting up with my bullshit. And I'm about to go to the gym and go crank out these miles. Love you guys. See you soon. Peace.